Test 1, 2, 3. So we are about to start the stream. Today, I wasn't able to make it to the pre-market, but anyway, we'll do our best and focus on today's stream. Let me go a little higher so we can do this a little better here. Test 1, 2, 3 is excellent. Coming live, right? So sending the link to Discord. And then the YouTube one as well. This is the X, and then copy the YouTube. So now we do have the links there. First of all, let's look at the routine as if it was a pre-open, right? Screen tool. The first thing that pops into my eyes is the white line, the Nikkei. Hey, what's going on in the Nikkei? Here, trade to all-time highs. The stronger index in the last 90 days, right? In red, dotted line, we have China. Continue, very strong trend line. This is the low of about December 15. And then the European indexes and the US continuing this trend. Not so steep, but continuing the trend to the upside. Yesterday we had a few all-time highs in many sectors and many world indexes. Here we can see 1.9 month to date. The daily data was not very strong. Remember, we gapped down and then we closed at the high. However, let's look at, we get here new highs for New York Stock Exchange minus new lows. The same thing for Nasdaq. So every single day of the year has been strong, and it is getting, we can say, above the average, right? Nasdaq is a little more complex, but I mean, I'm not sure if we can do an average here. So we can do an average negative and an average positive. We can see the strength for the year to date, right? With volatility low and these market internals, I don't think we can trade higher strong, right? mainly except the dollar to the euro and S&P utility sector, everything is positive in this chart. And in equities, we have Argentina down, Ireland down, and India down. The rest quite positive. Continued with the leadership China, Korea, and South Africa. In dollars, remember? US dollars. This chart is in US dollars here. Oh, I didn't open the critical one. Remember, these charts, if you take this link and put it on the chart, if you take that link, it will update every day at night, right? So in the last 2 days, if I have to highlight positive, we have to go through oil, right? Euro stock and Russell, Nikkei, gold still, and Google, and silver is just on fire. 11% in 2 days. That's truly remarkable. It's about 266% in the last 2 years. It is truly remarkable. Let me see. What do we have for tomorrow? Petroleum, 10:30. Treasuries, and then the beige book at 2 p.m. I mean, if you've been following the news, you know what's going on with the Fed, right? So let me go here in breaking alerts. We have 2,000 people killed in Iran protest. Delta beats on premium travel. JP Morgan profit falls on one-time car, Apple car. World Bank sees resilient world global growth for 2026, even though tariffs were there. Conservative Supreme Court, okay, dismiss all. Markets, global markets. I want to see the main news for the last 24 hours. Oil prices jump. Oh, let's review oil. Right, we said, hey, the US administration wants lower oil prices. So far, they had been achieving it. JP Morgan, the same. We talked about this. Wow. So already oil from Venezuela is going to hit Indian and Chinese refineries. Delta, we read okay, this was a few hours ago. The UBS CEO is going to step down in 2027. Oil settled at 7-week high on worries. So it's the same news. Asian stock climbs. This is what we show with the chart. And then Apple, Google strike Gemini deal for re-ramp Siri in major win for Alphabet. This is a big one. If you have an iPhone, you know how bad Siri works. I mean, it, yeah. But now Apple is relying in Google to make a major shift in Siri. They didn't do it a long time ago, but now is they see that they just cannot copy it. Let's go to see the markets, global equity indexes. And what do we have here? Index futures. I don't expect a lot of weakness, but so far Nasdaq is down, S&P 500 is down, Mexico is down. So that pretty much everything in North America except Canada in the Americas is down. In Europe, about flat. And in Asia so far, it was positive. First, let's go to oil. In a daily basis, we have that close above trend line and broke, right? This is the trend line that said, hey, we shouldn't break it. But now we are on top. So these levels should said bulls should gain control here. Sorry, bears should gain control before here. I mean, they should get control before here. Bears, if not, it's clear what's going to happen. This trend line is very steep. So far, intraday price action shows trade higher, and now, wow, this was a nasty candle here, taking the entire day move and then closing a little lower. But you see, the move was done overnight. Let's go to silver here. It retraced a little bit after the close, a bit just before the close on silver. Another two nasty candles to be able to hold. Let's see if tomorrow we trade about this. Give me an alert. Create alert, single alert, send it by email. If we trade below that. Okay, there. If we trade below today's low, send me an alert for silver. This is clearly overextended, but hey, it was overextended here and it's much higher. This trade risk to reward worked perfectly. The problem, I was not looking for risk of 1 and reward of 10. It's unbelievable. It was trading at 55 when the long signal was given. Now it's at 86. Congratulations. NQ. Interesting day because look, we have 2026 highs, right? Tested, rejected, tested, rejected. Today went twice, rejected, and now we're trading at the low of today's range with about 45 minutes to go. Market internals. Let's do this. Let me take a picture of this for reference and send it to Discord. Market internals. Intraday for reference. Oof. They don't look that well. They don't. They didn't start strong. Okay, they started strong. Don't get me wrong. Except the volume, advance, and decliners were strong, and the tick were strong. They gave back, and now they keep giving back. Mm, not super impressed. Not super impressed. Let's go and see the ES. So updating updating this chart here. The new all-time highs from yesterday and almost today. I want bulls to show up at least at the low of yesterday, if we have the chance. It's very close, right? Just a red candle, strong red candle will take us there. We're still positive for the year, but if we go in the daily candles, we can maybe see a little more of what's going on regarding consolidation. So for the last 3 days, right? Make it even larger. The all-time highs in the S&P 500 was done today. 36.25. And we're having a sell off, right? Minus 0.3 since that high. But technically, we are inside of yesterday's range and inside of 2 days ago range. We can say, hey, we won't trade anything until we are outside of this box. And even if we're inside of this box, you really want to short this? This is the trend line. It's very steep. But we do really need a catalyst for the market to really drop. And so far, we have healthcare, infotech, consumer discretionary, okay, consumer staples is 1% down. Financials, 1.7 down. Financial is taking some hit, right? Maybe related to the news. Let me take a look. JP Morgan beats estimates on trading boom, share hits by weaker investment banking. Of course, this is a relevant news for financials. Yeah. Let me see how is JP Morgan looking. So yesterday we did have the gap down, didn't retake yesterday's previous day area. And today, right at the open, reports and right at the open drops. Continue dropping. On relevant volume. Yeah. Okay, that's the summary I have for today. I have this new screen. Look, starting Zoom, but it should be a timer. Oh, I will be right back. Chatting, and I have added this. This computer. Let it sleep. I have added your thoughts shape your feelings, which drive your actions, and your actions become your identity. Thoughts shape feelings, which drive actions, and your actions become your identity. Okay. I could improve that a little bit. The market is selling off. Let's see in the last. We're going to test the low. Let me check my positions on the ES. Here we go. We're going to test. We are below today's low, so marking a new low. Similar, not yet on NQ. But loading Ninja Trader. Let's go. If we look at the leaders, the largest percentage of the indexes, we have Tesla, Meta. Everything is down significantly except Tesla and Nvidia. So Nvidia is holding. Nvidia tried to go higher. Nvidia can be said. Nvidia is looking good. I like what I see. Hey, Nvidia. So I want to know if Nvidia breaks to the upside or to the downside anytime soon. If there is weakness in the market or if there is strength with this. Google, it's positive on the day after gapping up. New low in NQ. Here you have after after purchase here 77 contracts. Yes, should be lower. Half an hour to go. Let's see if this low is respected here. I want to see big buy orders here. They are not coming. Thousand ticks.
Order cancelled. Order filled.
That was the push. Was able to hold, then the stop loss will take care of it. We have 20 minutes to go. You were not looking at my charts. Yeah? So now you should see charts. These are sell orders. Yeah? Anyway, ticks reversed from the low. This is not going to be enough to turn the S&P 500 around, but it was a nice quick reversal trade. Let's go back to Google. Google is very interesting. Google is very interesting. So that'll make this boring for you. Yeah, Google is up while everything else is down, and Broadcom is up as well. So let's look at Google while we come G. I don't have Google here. G O G G O O G L. Oh, there we go. Without the L. Google. You can see on a daily basis is on there. Apple decided to go through and get Gemini. This could be all-time highs. Let me check. Yeah. Since the tariffs until now, they have done extremely well. after the high at the open.